covering every county. This is your statewide newscast, Arkansas Today.
Good afternoon. I'm Mallory Brooks. Thanks for joining us for Arkansas Today on this Monday afternoon. The Van Buren Police Department activating a silver alert for 65-year-old Ricky Eugene Luttrell. Luttrell was last seen at 201 Drebus Street. He was last seen wearing a green T-shirt and blue jeans. He might be traveling on a black and gray moped. If you see him or know where he might be, you're asked to call Van Buren Police. Just days after former Dallas police officer Amber Geiger was convicted of murdering her neighbor, Botham Jean, another neighbor who testified at the high-profile trial was also shot to death. Some in the community, including the victim's family, are concerned this shooting could be related to his trial testimony. NBC's Morgan Chesky reports.
This morning, a search is underway for the killer of a key witness in the Amber Geiger murder trial.
They met him at his home, ambushed him at his car, and took his life. That's an assassination.
Please state your name for the record.
Joshua Brown.
Less than 2 weeks ago, Joshua Brown testified at Geiger's widely watched trial.
Do you recall ever hearing someone say, "Hey, put your hands up," at a loud tone?
No, ma'am.
Or, "Show me your hands"?
No, ma'am.
His testimony was credited with helping get a conviction and a 10-year prison sentence. Lee Merritt, a civil attorney for Botham Jean's family, now also representing Joshua Brown's family. Merritt says the trial may have put a target on Brown, who already feared for his life after being shot in a club last year.
Josh Brown expressed concerns about the exposure that he would get from this trial, and he expressed concerns about his safety.
Brown, who lived across the hall from John, was one of the few witnesses who could describe the moments before and after Amber Geiger shot and killed John in his own apartment.
How soon after the voices did you hear the sounds of gunshots? Right after?
Right after.
It was quick?
Quick.
That scene in the courtroom making this scene Friday night even more tragic.
I just heard 3 shots.
Someone shot Brown multiple times and drove off. Sunday night, Dallas Police Chief Renee Hall releasing a statement reading in part, "There are no suspects or motives at this time. We are committed to solving this case and will work diligently to apprehend the individuals responsible for Brown's death." But Merritt believes Dallas police should hand this case off to another law enforcement agency.
The importance of transparency in the case, given the suspicion surrounding this death, I can't emphasize how important that is, and I hope that the city of Dallas handles that the right way.
And it was Morgan Chesky reporting. Dallas police are asking for the public's help in solving this murder, with the local Crime Stoppers offering up to a $5,000 reward. Hundreds of billions of dollars are being wasted when it comes to healthcare spending. Researchers looked at 54 government-based reports and studies published over a 7-year span. They found the cost of wasteful spending ranged from $760 to $935 billion. That's roughly 25% of total healthcare spending. Administrative issues, pricing failure, overtreatment, and fraud made up the majority of wasted spending. The 44th Annual Arkansas Apple Festival was held over the weekend in Lincoln. There were a lot of fun activities, including arts and crafts, a parade, and an apple core throwing contest, live music, and more. Locals say this event is one of their favorites every year.
I love this. This is like the highlight of the year. Everybody is just so grateful to have the free slices, and the apple cider samples are so good, and it's just a great chance to be out in the community.
The festival ran through Sunday, and they even held a talent contest. People gathered in Jonesboro over the weekend to remember precious lives lost. It was the 11th year for the Share Hope Walk of Remembrance, It happened at NEA Baptist Hospital, and hundreds showed their love and support to parents who have lost a baby or pregnancy, and to remember those lost. Rebecca Propst lost her baby girl and sees the Walk of Remembrance as a way to gather with other families who have suffered the same loss.
Yes, so this day is a really great day for people that have had a loss to come together, that have experienced the same things with each other, meeting and greeting and meeting new people, and just being able to go through the grief process together.
The walk is used as a way to raise awareness of the free support program with NEA Baptist Charitable Foundation. Are you an artist at heart, or maybe you just have an eye for creativity? The city of Little Rock is looking for big ideas to grace the Simmons Tower Garage at the southeast corner of 6th and Spring Street. The Simmons Tower is ready to hear your ideas for a mural that's about 1,700 square feet. The deadline to submit a proposal is October 18th. The site will be prepped and ready for your paint by November 30th. The winner will receive $25,000. The Museum of Native American History is partnering with A Familiar Face to raise awareness of realities on reservations. The museum held a press conference to introduce actor Wes Studi, a Cherokee American. He's working with the partnership with Native Americans to dispel the myths and misconceptions about Native people, history, and funding. Studi says he also shares an interest in healthy indigenous diets, education, and youth development in support of Native cultures.
We are trying to get away from misconceptions, rectify the misconceptions that continue to be spread around the general society about Native Americans.
He's filmed 5 public service announcements for the partnership with Native Americans. Let's take a look back at this day in history. On this day in 1963, the first prototype Learjet, a mass-produced business jet, takes off in Wichita, Kansas on its maiden test flight. And on this day in 2003, Hollywood star and bodybuilder Arnold Schwarzenegger becoming the 38th governor of California, where he would serve until 2011. Coming up.